It's about 7:30 Sunday morning. I didn't come down the allotment yesterday. I was over at the old family house. We cleared out a shed and dragged it about, ready for it to be dismantled and taken away. For somebody's coming to take it away for free, as they bought a new family bought a new little plastic tool shed, bunker style, just to put the lawnmower and things in. They don't need the shed anymore. It's just a rat trap, as it's next to the chickens, and the rats live underneath it and come out and steal the chicken food. So they're doing away with it. But I'm exhausted, so all I'm going to do today is just water the garden. Where's that just arrived? That was, oh, might have been my friend. Yeah, just water the allotment, because it's quite parched. I mean, the temperature at the moment is in the high teens, and it will get into the 20s again today, which is great. This is just what we want. We are not going to get the thunderstorms that were predicted, so we are now having our own little mini heat wave, which is absolutely fantastic. It means that with heat and with the watering that I'm doing, things will start shooting up a bit. I'll give you a quick look at what's been going on and show you the jobs for today or this week. So one of the big jobs for this week is that I need to sort this area. I need to take all of the scaffolding net off again, apart from the fact it's slipped over that one and it's now rested on the actual brassicas. But look how beautiful the brassicas are coming on. Absolutely lovely. So what I want to do is weed it all, because there are a lot of weeds in between all of the plants and stuff. But also I want to fill in the gaps. Oh, this one looks so it's having a growth spurt, but there are gaps. For instance, just here, just there, and there's some more gaps there. And I still have some brassicas at home at the bungalow in little pots that I want to get out. And then what I want to do is put it all back together again, this time raise it. And I thought about doing a T, so if you can imagine about a foot higher than it is at the moment in the centre there, but with a T piece at the top, so one down and one across, and then that will hold up the net underneath and allow a lot more room for stuff to grow. So it shouldn't actually rest on the things. Now the good thing is, even with it resting on the net, resting on the broccoli and things, the cabbage white still can't lay their eggs on it. It's still too small a hole for them to actually get their bit through. So it's really good. So that's going to be one job this week. Second job is that I need to finish strimming. I hadn't strimmed for some time, so I strimmed all around this area, as you see. But I still have that area to finish strimming, so just to make it look nice and keep it all regular. So that's looking good. Third job, and probably one that I'm going to do tomorrow, is put the environ mesh up around the root crops, because they're getting big enough now that they're going to start attracting carrot fly. So I want to get that done. Oh no, I've got some more brassicas to put in that row there. I've got some more kohlrabis. I'm going to also, actually thinking about it, I might plant another row of curly kale somewhere. Yeah, that's the main jobs. I mean, there are always constant weeding. I also might start trimming up this little thyme hedge, make it a little bit more neater, trim it down, and then take the trimmings away to be dried. I also obviously need to weed. I can see a lot of this is actually flower seeds coming up, but there's also couch grass in there and a nettle or two. But other than that, most of this is flowering. Looks like the sage died, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, I'll sneeze, hang on. Yep, and there are other plants I need to bring down. I've got more tomato plants to go in. I'm not sure what's happening about the polytunnel at the moment. It's I've just seen a strange person staring at me as I'm mad talking to this and videoing it. Yeah, so I can't get the wood delivered, so I need to go to a local wood merchant and see if I can afford their rates. But they're filthy expensive apparently, so I don't know what's happening. So this is where the polytunnel was meant to be, and I just don't have that amount of money. That's about it. So I'll catch you guys later on when I'm doing other stuff. But everything else, as you see, looks as though it's going great guns. A few weeds need to be sorted, but otherwise everything's starting to grow. And look at these, look, love it, love it. It's late afternoon on Monday. Temperature is a glorious 24-25 degrees. It still hasn't rained. We're not getting any of the shower storms that seem to be covering some of England. So we had it cold and dry while everybody else was hot and dry. So that put us behind on our growing, but we still had to water. And then stubbly. Sorry for being stubbly. Mood swings. And then now we're hot and dry, and well, everybody else is wet and hot. Right? Maybe. Anyway, it's lovely down here. I'm the only person on the whole site. Nobody else can stand the heat. So let me just show you what I've done. Turn you around. Look. So I've put up the enviro mesh around the carrots, and I've built an earth bank around it. That will do for now. I need to get some pegs and things to peg it up, and so it stays tied in like that. So a couple of pegs just to hold it onto this string around the top. I'll grab some. Yeah, that should protect it from carrot fly. There is a hole over there, but I'm hoping that'll be right. You can see the hole. There we go. I put in a row of leeks, and I've spent a great deal of time throwing buckets and buckets and buckets of water over the compost and the leaf mould, because they were bone dry and would not actually do anything without working. I've put over these panels, glass panels, to try to keep the moisture in. But that's all I've done. I still need to do that. That's an important job I need to get done. I need to plant the heathers and herbs. Another job going. Really, that's about it. It's just a case of keeping up with the weeds and watering. There's drama on discontent on the allotments at the moment. There's the water butt that everybody has to get their water from. It's about 30 metres, 25 metres from this corner of my plot, but it's about another 30 to 40 metres by the time you go down this and up the road. So it looks at 70 to 75 metres on Google Earth, all told, to take my water all the way up to there. And that is kind of a long way when you're carrying bucket after bucket after bucket. So, and it's not, I'm not the worst one off. The people over in like the corner plot over there and the ones right over in that corner are at least 120 metres from the water butt. And there's this request to put standpipes, one at the far end, at about the second plot down, and another one here, just here, so that all of the plots can have something within like 50 metres. But there's arguments to say nope, too expensive, too much water will be used. You know, so the council aren't playing ball at the moment. But you know, this guy's got a wooden leg, actually, called George. So the guy here has got is an amputee, The guy, the second one in on this side, walks with a walking stick. I have a heart condition. The guy with the shed just there has had a serious issue with his legs this year and limps everywhere. You know, pensioner, 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 pensioner. You know, you get the idea. There's loads and loads of people on this plot over 67 years old. In fact, some are nearly 80. You know, one water trough in the centre just doesn't seem fair. It takes me about 2 hours to water the plot from one end to the other. No wonder so many people give up. Nobody's got that amount of time just each day just to come down and water. So yeah, now discontent. People want more access to water. They want to be able to use hoses. You know, and understandably.